I did have some more ideas about a Corviknight style intro.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously I have been ill for the past week, so I haven't really had time to look it through. So I had a thought. I generally had a dream where the intro was just like me and you sitting there being like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we saw a Corviknight today? And then literally like the next minute is just a really hip Corviknight sitting on a train looking out the window. Like there's like a guy with a ukulele just singing an intro for the Corviknight next to him. We don't know the guy in the ukulele. We don't know him. He's just some random guy who just likes to play an ukulele next to a Corviknight.
Oh.
Like, you know, as you do. And then it literally finishes with the London Corviknight podcast.
Yeah. Now we just got to commission the ukulele guy.
Yeah.
And
find out who he is first, because like.
Oh yeah, hunt that man down. Whoever he was in that dream.
Yeah, whoever he was in that dream. If he's made up, he's made up. Who knows?
Guy, if you're watching the podcast, I mean, if you like Corviknights, then the odds are you probably are watching this.
if you like birds.
Yeah, if you like birds. This is like quite a bird-heavy podcast.
It is a very bird-heavy podcast. Oh, but anyway, how are we, Barrett? I hope we are very well.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Apart from watching NAIC all weekend, and I'm recovering from heavy gloom and doogo exposure, but I did spend the day playing Final Fantasy 12 today, so that kind of counteracted that. I was saying to myself, no, you've been doing lots of work. Play Final Fantasy 12 today. So I did that. And now I'm feeling much, much better, more refreshed. How about you?
I'm not bad, other than being viciously ill for the past week. I got the Platinum Trophy for Final Fantasy 8 over the weekend.
Oh, let's go.
Of course, like I have tried to watch as much NAIC as I can. I haven't watched much, so I do apologise for this. I feel like we can make do. Well, make it work. What are we talking about? Make it work.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll do it. We're very good at what we do, and it's great. Just face punching glove. Oh my god, Barrett, that's disgusting.
Wait, what? Oh,
just seen a tweet from you from like yesterday.
Yeah, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
So gross. Punching glove Ursula.
Do you know how I knew that it was punching glove? I switched.
Did you calc?
I switched in my DD, going, take this rocky helmet damage, and it didn't take any rocky helmet damage.
Oh, that's gross.
So it was either punching glove or protective pads, and to be honest, Surging Strikes is doing quite a bit of damage. So I was heavily inclined to believe that it was actually.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree with you. Honestly, I would agree with you.
It had a sliver left after the second hit.
Yes.
And it knocked it out. You know, it knocked it out. So, you know what? That's
crazy though. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the London Corviknight podcast, episode 10. As we are going through NAIC, the now dreaded 6 weeks of waiting now begins. I hope everyone's got a seat. You're hunkered down. You're ready for a slight hibernation for the next 6 weeks, but I'm sure we'll find something out of it. I am your host, I am Mac404. With me also is the guy who's literally just realised during the pre-show he's just figured out how I buttered my toast. It's Barrett C9.
It was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie.
It was pretty intense, and now my complete logic of how I butter things is flown out the window. Bread, rolls, crumpets. British, we eat crumpets.
I've started now realising that it might be the way, though. So
this is the way. This is the way.
This is like, you know, the Jedi. You know the bell curve meme.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
Just butter. I like to butter bread my own way, in a goofy way. Then you do it like normal people, and then there's Alex's way at the bottom again, which is the same way as I did it.
Oh dear. We have a fair few things to talk about tonight. Of course, NAIC is probably the main bulk of this episode tonight. However, we've got the results from last week's question of best Pokemon left behind. It was a lot one-sided than I thought it was going to be. I will share the result with you in just a moment or so. We're also going to go through, during NAIC, we're going to actually go through the team that me and Barrett put together as a prediction team, because of course NAIC had a prediction league going on. We're going to compare our team versus the team that actually won it and see how close we were to actually being fully correct. Spoilers, we did do quite well. I have a little game for Barrett to play, and everyone in chat, if they would like to play as well. It is quite, I don't know, it's either going to work or it's not going to work. We're going to see how it's going. We also have an idea we would like to share with the community as well before we go into Pokemon of the Week. And then probably after Pokemon of the Week, we will go into NAIC review. We'll just talk about things we found over the weekend that we thought was interesting. On that note, That's the end of the episode. See, no.
Sick.
Psych.
Another successful episode.
Another successful. Can you imagine if we did an episode, podcast episode on April Fool's? That would literally be the episode. Right. So let's discuss quickly about last week's poll results. So for anyone who might have not watched, go back a couple of episodes if you haven't. We discussed last week's episode was dedicated to best Pokemon left behind, which is essentially just any Pokemon that wasn't included in Scarlet and Violet, which Pokemon would have done really well in VGC. It didn't really matter about formats. Legendaries were banned, but Ultra Beasts were allowed. So I think we had about 12 Pokemon in total to go through last week. We narrowed that down to 6 and then put it down to our Discord community to fight it out to see who would be number 1. The 6 Pokemon in question for this poll, the top 6 rather, were Togekiss, Ferrothorn, Golisopod, Celesteela, Jellicent, and Kangaskhan. Those were the top 6 Pokemon picked. If you want to see all of the nominations, go back the previous week's episode to see who was also nominated but didn't reach the top 6. I kind of just want to tell you the result, but I kind of feel like I should make it a bit dramatic for you, Barrett.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Would you like that? In 6th place with 2 votes is Golisopod.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think Golisopod would be last, if I'm honest.
No, I didn't actually.
So yeah, Golisopod finished last with 2. In 5th place with 3 points is Jellicent.
Oh, okay. But Jellicent, I'm just realising Jellicent beating out Golisopod. I'm quite happy about. I love Jellicent.
We love the jelly.
You know, he's on the graphic.
He is on the graphic.
That.
In 4th place with 4 points is Kangaskhan.
Okay.
I'm a little surprised Kangaskhan finished 4th. I thought Kangaskhan was going to finish bottom.
Yeah, actually.
Like a lot more love for Kangaskhan than I initially thought. But like, yeah, very surprising. But great stuff from Kangaskhan. I make it sound as though it's like, good on you, Kangaskhan.
I wonder if it's
Pat
just
on the back.
It's the Flutter Mane. If you think about it, like really about the Pokemon in this generation that were doing well, having a good Flutter Mane matchup really helps it. Whereas Golisopod has to compete with Dondozo, Urshifu, and Palafin for the best type.
Yeah.
And then Jellicent also matches up pretty well into.
I mean, yeah, obviously Kangaskhan would have been a decent Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just surprised more people thought of that. I honestly just thought, I thought it was going to be so niche.
Yeah.
But okay, so Barrett, obviously the top 3 is between Togekiss, Ferrothorn, and Celesteela. Would you like to predict who's first, second, and third?
Togekiss, Ferrothorn, Celesteela. Okay, right. Well,
it's a tough one, isn't it?
It makes sense to me that Togekiss is number 3, and then it's a toss-up between Celesteela and Ferrothorn, right? And then you don't just get a boom impact sound on arrival for nothing. I think it went Celesteela, Ferrothorn. So yeah.
Okay,
Ferrothorn at the top, Celesteela, Togekiss is what I would assume is the remainder of the list.
Okay, well, third is Celesteela.
Okay.
You know what? With 5 points. So actually, there was 1 point between each place between third and last. So this is obviously where the big hitters come in. So Ferrothorn and Togekiss, which me and you did think when we put this up, we were like, Togekiss and Ferrothorn are always going to be like, yeah, they're going to be there. In second place with 9 points, so 4 more than Celesteela. So number 2, second place, 9 points, Ferrothorn.
What?
Ferrothorn finished second with 9 points.
Wait. Togekiss won.
Togekiss won with 19 votes.
What? 18?
19.
19?
Yeah.
What?
It got 10 more votes than Ferrothorn.
What?
Like, it won by a landslide.
What? Is it that...
Are people just reminiscing about Dynamax days?
I think that our audience and our community just
love
really,
Togekiss.
really, they just love Gen 8.
They love Crit Kiss.
There's no way. There's too many, no.
Barrett's not happy. Is this where you're going to say redo the vote?
I mean, I'm just now thinking Stellar Terra,
Stellar Terra Togekiss, oh my god.
Togekiss,
No, that's gross. Stop it.
It goes for the Dazzling Gleam, then it goes for the Air Slash, then it goes for the coverage move, then it goes for Roost.
Oh, sure.
For another coverage move, because it's got 5 moves now.
No. That's so gross.
There's no way. How did...
Yeah, Togekiss absolutely just walked through it.
Do you think if Stack was in the poll, it would have definitely won?
Army really wants to say yes to this.
Big Boy Blue agrees. They think it's Dynamax.
I think it is as well. Like, I'll be very surprised if it wasn't, honestly.
It wasn't the Dynamax Pokemon a lot of the time. I mean, it was some of the time. A lot, because it was just around a lot.
19 votes compared to Ferrothorn's 9.
That's crazy.
However, I do agree with you. I think if Stack Attacker was nominated, if someone remembered Stack Attacker, Stack Attacker would have walked it.
Stack Attacker would have won. But
And that is hilarious saying that.
I do wonder if it would have still, to be honest, we don't know how any of these Pokemon would have come into the game, and I do wonder if it would have lost body press for some reason. I don't think it would have, but
Yeah,
like we did say last week, Togekiss would have been really good in the early meta, for sure. It would have been really, really good. But as soon as Fluttermane came along, I just feel like it would have eaten the fairy type slot so much,
I would have. Yeah, I agree. If Stack Attacker did for some strange reason lose body press, then I feel like one of the core design ideas of Stack Attacker would just be thrown out the window, wouldn't it? Because it is literally, you look at Stack Attacker and you're like, oh, you're body press. You are the epitome of body press because you weigh the heaviest, you're the slowest. You are literally a house of bricks.
You've got the biggest defense stat in existence.
Exactly. So it'd be really kind of redundant. I know we got on our sheet as well to talk about grading our NAIC team. However, I feel like that could be probably joined into our NAIC conversation. I thought, why don't we warm you up, Barrett, with a little game?
Go for it.
Right? This game is very simple. Everyone in chat could join in as well. I found someone on TikTok who does these quizzes, but they're Smogon set quizzes from various generations. So basically, they provide you with the moves, the ability, what item it's holding, and you have to figure out which Pokemon it is that they are talking about.
Oh, okay. Do you
Which
know
I thought... Oh, yeah, in the next slide, it... I think... Let me have a look. No, it doesn't say the format, but... Okay. Because I can see the Pokemon on the next slide, I'm more than happy to tell you the generation.
Oh, okay, cool.
I will allow you generation and one other hint.
Okay.
If I could figure that out for you. Hello, Rose. How you doing? Welcome in. This is the first. There's so many of these, but we'll see how we get on. I think you might get this one quite quickly, if I'm honest. The 4 moves are Shell Smash, Stone Edge, Aqua Jet, and the 4th move is a variation of Ice Beam or Hydro Pump. The item it's holding can either be Life Orb or White Herb, and the ability is Solid Rock. Would you like its EV spread? Would you like me to tell you the generation of the Pokemon?
Go for it.
Generation 5.
Right, is this a Pokemon from Gen 5?
Yes, yeah. When I say generation, I mean this is the generation it first came from.
Okay. Oh, I'm so bad at Gen 5, which is
the ability is Solid Rock for anyone. If anyone in chat gets it.
It's Caracosta.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Oh, cool. Oh, that
Caracosta. I'll show you quickly on the screen. Cool. If hang on, let me just check if that's actually rendering. Yes, that is. There we go.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, this is easy. I should have used this as a warm-up one, really. I'm gonna actually say this without the 4th one, actually, and people will still get it. So the moves are U-turn, high jump kick or gunk shot, sucker punch. The item it's holding is heavy duty boots, and the ability is libero.
Okay. I was already thinking there's a very limited amount of Pokemon this could be. I was like, this could be like Hisuian Sneasel. This could be Sneasler, and then you said Libero, and I went, oh, okay, it's Cinderace.
It is Cinderace. Like, I should have used that as the practice one. This one is Cotton Guard, Body Press, Rest, and Sleep Talk.
Okay.
The item it's holding is Leftovers. I feel like you've already got this.
I think, is this Double?
It is Double.
Yeah, let's go. I love Double. I actually tried to use Double for a little while, just because the fact that Cotton Guard and body Press is a combination that it gets. Do you know what? That would be good with Terrestrialization.
Would be quite cool.
Fur coat or something, like a fluffy, like a really good defense.
It is fluffy. Yeah, it is fluffy.
It would be quite good this generation, I think.
Just Fluttermage struggling to get rid of a Dubwool would be kind of hilarious to watch. Just like, I am a Paradox Pokemon of the past. Yeah. Can't stop a sheep though.
They gave it Snarl or something.
Yeah,
it's just like OP.
Okay, right, next one for you. So the first move is a variation of Sticky Web or Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Bug Buzz or Energy Ball, and the 4th move is Roost.
I already know what it is.
The item is Heavy Duty Boots. Heavy Duty Balls. The ability is Levitate,
Oh, I did not know what it was.
Oh, I like this. I thought, I was like, the levitate ability is going to throw him off here.
Oh no, but now I do know who it is. It's Vikavolt.
It is Vikavolt.
Oh, I thought it was
Vikavolt
is for a second. I was like, oh, Galvantula. Look, no.
A lot of people do, to be fair. Chat, you're doing very well with these. Well done, chat. Right, next one is Stealth Rocks. Mm-hmm. It's a Stealth Rocks. Liquidation.
Okay.
Stone Edge. Jaw Lock.
Oh,
the item is Focus Sash. Mm-hmm. And the ability is Strong Jaw.
That is why can't I remember your name?
You need the gen.
I know the generation. I just can't. It begins with a oh, why can't I remember his name?
Do you need a pen and paper?
It's from Gen A. It's the turtle guy. He got a G-Max move. I just can't. Dreadnought.
There we go. Dreadnought. Yep, that is correct. Right, next one. Last one from this set. Flamethrower, Hurricane, U-Turn, and Roost. Heavy duty boots with the flame body ability.
That's Moltres.
It is Moltres.
By move 3, I had Moltres in my head. Move 4, I was convinced it was Moltres. As soon as you said heavy duty boots, I was basically like, you're just giving it away. This is just, I have no idea. I've never used Moltres. I just knew that information for some reason.
Okay, no, we need to continue because I really want to see how Barrett does with these ones. It seems as though they were very quickly going through these. I think we can just continue. Also, well done, chat. I feel like you got all of them right, actually. So congratulations, chat. Well done. We're going to see who falters first. Will it be chat or Barrett?
Yeah.
This one, okay. I'm not actually going to tell you the ability this time. I'm just going to tell you the items and the moves because you seem to be doing quite well without it. First move is Memento.
Okay.
Knockoff. Dazzling Gleam. Or Encore Defog. The item it's holding is an Eviolite.
Oh, what?
I didn't think of this when I saw it.
Memento,
this threw me off.
Knockoff.
Memento Knockoff. Dazzling Gleam. Encore dash Defog as its fourth move. And it's holding an Eviolite.
I've no
If anyone in chat gets this first, then,
like,
you know.
Is it... It's a pre-evolved... Obviously, it's going to be a pre-evolved Pokemon. I'm thinking, like, that's a moveset that, like, Cottony could have. But whether or not it is Cottony, like, why would it be Cottony? Like, that's, like, some...
Just want to point out, Big Boy Blues just said Togekick or Togetic or Chansey, and I can confirm both of them are wrong.
Really? Okay.
It is not those two. Good guesses, though. Good guesses. Strong guesses.
Is weird. No, wait, Knockoff and Dazzling Gleam?
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't, unfortunately, say which generation this moveset's from, but this is a moveset that this Pokemon had at some point.
I mean, it limits at least it being from Gen 6 up, right? So
yeah.
And it's a pre-evolved Pokemon, so I can, like, via process of elimination, technically work this out. But, I mean, you know, I need to have quite a few guesses.
I can confirm Clefairy is not correct. Another good guess, though.
That is good. I have to try and beat chat to it now. Okay, so...
Chat are guessing strong.
Oh, damn it.
They're getting closer.
I actually think I know the Pokemon. Like, I think it's somewhere in my mind. Memento is kind of actually really helping me out.
I'll give you another minute. I'll give you chat another minute as well. Like, I feel as though we might be stuck on this for a while.
Oh no.
If you don't get this is next week's Pokemon of the week.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can't. The Knockoff and the Dazzling Gleam is blowing my mind because I just can't think of a Pokemon that. I mean, is it like? I mean, let's just go with like the obvious. Is it like, Morgrem?
It's not Morgrem.
Oh wait, is it Impidimp?
Nope.
Oh damn it! I thought the Memento with the Impidimp.
20 seconds left.
Oh, is it?
10, 9, 8, 7,
Ferroseed.
6. No.
Damn it.
Ferroseed.
Well, it could have Knockoff.
I mean,
but, like,
to be fair, if we ever get like a regional form of Ferroseed, I hope it's a fairy type, that's for sure. Right, time's up for you and chat. The answer was Cottony.
What? So I got it right?
You had it. You didn't say it though.
Oh no way!
You said it could be Cottony.
I knew Cottony. I got it immediately.
You thought about Cottony and you didn't go for it.
Well, I thought that we had eliminated Cottony.
No.
By the fact that you hadn't told me it was correct.
I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think. You didn't flat out say it. That's why I didn't count it.
Right. You know what? I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because I knew it was Cockney.
Okay, let's see if this makes you feel better, and you as well in chat. Like,
the fact that I got it immediately, though.
and then you just decided not to.
Oh my god.
Right, hopefully this will make everyone feel a bit better, this one. Quiver Dance, Moonblast, Roost, and the fourth move is between Aromatherapy, Psychic, or U-Turn. The item it holds is Heavy Duty Boots.
Ooh. Okay. Aromatherapy, Roost, U-Turn. That's some weird... Oh, is it... what is your name? Is it...
Do you need me to tell you the
Jump
gen?
Bluff?
No, it's not Jump Bluff.
Oh, it's not Jump Bluff. Okay,
Do you want me to share the gen?
go on.
7.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to get this really easy now. For some
Wait,
reason.
now I need to confirm with myself. Is it Gen 7?
Yeah, I think... Is it Rabombi? I think that Roseanne...
Oh, it is Rabombi. Well done, chat. Well done.
Yeah, Rabombi. Yeah, I love that Pokemon, by the way.
It is, in fact, Rabombi. Let me just double... Rabombi is Gen 7, isn't it?
It is Gen 7. In fact,
Okay, right. I had a slight panic there for a sec, so I'm not gonna lie.
a shiny wild cutie flyer that I found during EV training is the first random encountered shiny I ever got, and it was So a cutie flyer to Rabombi are like the first random shinies I ever found.
Okay, right. Next one. Yeah, this is a doozy. Meteor Beam, Air Slash, Earth Power, and then the last one is between Stealth Rock, Heat Wave, or Roost, and then the item it's holding is Power Herb.
So it's Celesteela, right?
No.
What? Wait, so what Pokemon gets those moves that isn't Celesteela? Meteor Beam.
Meteor Beam, Air Slash, Earth Power, and then the fourth move between Stealth Rock, Heat Wave, or Roost.
Oh, is it Minior?
Nope.
Damn,
Do I need to tell you the generation?
Go on.
Gen 5.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to struggle then. Can I have the moves again, please?
The moves are... Oh, there we go. Sorry. Moves are Meteor Beam, Air Slash, Earth Power, and then a mixture of Stealth Rock, Heat Wave, or Roost.
What the hell gets Air Slash and Earth Power that isn't like Lando Eye? I don't know. Is it Lando Eye?
It is not Lando Eye. I don't think Lando can learn Meteor Beam, can it?
I don't know. It'd be interesting if it could.
Be very interesting if it could, don't get me wrong.
It's a Gen 5 Pokemon. So
Yeah.
I really struggle with Gen 5. I was just talking about this the other day. I was just like, when people talk about Gen 5 Pokemon, I just go, I don't know, sock and throw. Like, that's like all I think about. And then I have to remember, like, I actually love loads of Gen 5 Pokemon, like Galvantula, Escavalier.
Can confirm Terrakion is not the answer.
Heat Wave and Earth Power and Air Slash.
And, yeah, and Roost.
Stealth Rock.
And Stealth Rock.
Oh, wait, is it, it's
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Nihilego?
No.
Dang
Gen
it.
5. Gen 5.
Gen 5, yeah, duh. I was like the only Pokemon.
I wish
that...
Nihilego was in Gen 5. Do you want to pass?
Oh, I don't know. If no one in the chat is getting it.
If no one in chat... we'll give chat another moment. I'll give you all another minute.
Wait.
Oh.
Cradilly?
No.
Oh, wait, I don't even know if that's a Gen 5 Pokemon. I think it's a Gen 3 Pokemon. Dang it.
Also, Roost.
It could get Roost.
I think it could be, to be fair.
It's not like Tornadus,
No,
but like Therian. No,
I'm afraid not.
dang it.
30 seconds left. Honestly, I didn't think of this either, like, when I saw this. It's not Mandibuzz, I'm afraid. Good guess, though.
That is a good guess, yeah.
Okay, would you like the ability? The ability would literally give it away.
Go on then.
Defeatist.
Oh, it's Archeops.
It is
I was
Archeops.
so close with the fossil, though.
Archeops weirdly learns all of that. Okay, next up.
Go on.
Stealth Rocks, Earth Power or Scorching Sands,
Okay.
Shadow Ball, and this one's going to give it away, Shore Up.
Oh, okay. It's Pile of Sand.
Yeah, Palisand.
Pile of Sand, yeah.
Pile of sand.
I had a Pile of Sand. It's a
Pile of sand.
I love that Pokemon. So
It's so good.
even
Like,
once you said like Earth Power and
Shore Up.
Ball, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like I think this might be Pile of
Yeah.
Sand. Yeah.
honestly, I'm so excited when that Sitting Cutie comes out. Like, I love Palisand.
Will it just be like a cushion?
It would just literally be like a little cushion, I reckon.
I want a little cushion.
Like, I know there's quite a few Sitting Cuties I'm still on the lookout for, but like, definitely when Gen 7 and 8 comes along, it's going to be like, oh yes, my wallet will be screaming. We have 2 more left. I would say you all have done really well tonight. We could do this game again in the future if people want to. Choice specs, right? is the item. The moves is Draco Meteor. Say it like it's like a grand theatrical play. The Draco Meteor.
Choice specs.
Choice specs. Fire Blast, Thunder, and a choice between Power Gem or Flash Cannon.
Oh, okay. So this could be like almost any dragon type Pokemon.
Pretty much.
So Draco Meteor, Fire Blast.
Yep. Thunder. And then Power Gem or Flash Cannon. It's holding choice specs. This is a legit set.
Dragapult?
No.
I could...
Although, to be fair, you could literally name any dragon. I think I should just give you the Gen. Make it easier. Gen 4.
So is it... Wait. Now I am confused, because it's not Garchomp.
No.
Wait,
it's not Hydreigon either, I'm afraid.
Oh, wait.
Although they might have typed that just before I said Gen 4, so I do apologise.
Okay, right. So it's not Garchomp. Right. Assume it's not Garchomp.
No. Can you imagine, though?
Just
just Elton John glasses, Garchomp walking around. I'm still standing.
Yeah, thundering. Like, what?
Everyone's like, oh wow, this Garchomp is super funky, but what are those Draco Meteors doing in the sky? Big Boy Blue's got it.
Huh?
It is Dialga.
I didn't even think about legendary Pokemon for some reason.
Dialga is the answer to that question.
Oh, with the Flash Cannon, that makes that's so obvious, yeah.
I feel as though if I didn't say Gen 4, we would have been here for ages.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such a generic moveset, really, these days.
At the time, was probably quite specific, but like now they'll give Flash Cannon to like any dragon type.
Exactly. Like, I'm pretty sure Goomy can learn it. Like,
yeah, exactly. I was thinking it could be Goodra.
Okay, last one. We'll make this the last one, and then we can do Pokemon of the week. Oh, actually, no, we need to do a community discussion quickly. Last one for you all. I'll be interested to see if any of you get this super quick. The movesets are Sheer Cold, Horn Drill, Rest, and then a mix between... I know what you're thinking. A mix between Freeze Dry, Sleep Talk, or Toxic. And the item is holding its Heavy Duty Boots. Lots of Heavy Duty Boots.
Yeah, singles they do a lot.
Singles, Shogun, yeah.
I have no idea.
Could be a lot, couldn't it?
Wait, Horn Drill and Sheer Cold?
Yes, Horn Drill and Sheer Cold. With Rest and Freeze Dry, Sleep Talk, or Toxic. So this is obviously one from the past, considering...
Oh, wait. Is it Cloyster?
No.
Oh.
No, that would have been super cool, though.
Because that's the only Pokemon I can think that gets Sheer Cold and Horn Drill.
Believe it or not, there's many more. I looked this up. Surprising amount of Pokemon know both.
It has to have a horn at least, right? Oh wait, Dugong?
No, although I thought you were going to instantly say that. Rose has got it.
It couldn't possibly be.
Rose has got it. It's Lapras.
Lapras ain't got a horn. I know it does get a horn.
It's got a little tiny one.
It's killing it.
It's got a little baby horn.
One hit count, nothing with that.
Lapras was the answer. Well done, chat. Well done. Nah, that horn does damage.
Yeah, apparently so.
But yes, well done, chat. Well done, Barrett, as well, actually, I should say. I think all of you did very, very well, considering the information that was given to you there, and considering, those are sets from, not just this generation, from, various generations before. Goes to show that you all know how you do your showdown.
Sometimes you see a set where you go, oh, yeah, that's actually could be interesting. And then you look at another set and you think, why are you using this? But the random double battle sets are becoming a lot more VGC-like now, so
yes,
they're getting pretty good.
Right, so we can quickly then go on to what I wanted to just quickly go over. We discussed about this over the weekend, in between me being awake and passing out sleeping again. But I had an idea which I'm going to pitch towards the London Corviknight community. We have decided, me and Barrett, I did ask the other admins, they haven't responded, so I'm just going to take that as a yes.
We'll do what we
need to do in order to thrive. Basically, I had this idea where, considering it's coming up to the end of the year now, we have a fair few members of our community who play VGC quite regularly, and I thought would have been quite neat is if we actually got them, if members of the community do want to actually start grading Pokemon. So the initial idea was we take a Pokemon, We'll post it. We'll have various people like share their thoughts and opinions on it, and then collectively vote onto a grade. And then someone with the community can like turn it into a video, and then we can upload it to the London Corviknights, but obviously give credit to the person who's recording the video. So, for example, if I said to Barrett, I want you to grade Corviknight will then be discussed among the community. Then maybe, for example, we get, say, Captain Oro records a video talking about Corviknight from the viewpoints of everyone in the community, and then we post that video but give Captain Oro the credit, as well as the member of the community credit for actually discussing it and all of that jazz. That way, not only do we can produce a bit more content, but it's also content coming from the community itself. And I think it would just be a neat idea to get other content creators onto the YouTube channel themselves, give them a bit more exposure. We could get a channel set up in the Discord regarding the grading, because this would be between last year's Worlds and this year's Worlds. So the format's in between, 2023 and 2024, basically.
Yeah.
Would be the grading criteria, if you will. But I'm sure we'll get quite a few people interested. I'm gonna ask a few people myself if they would be interested in joining the project. I think it'll be a nice little idea, because they don't even necessarily have to be long. Like, they could literally be two to 3 minute videos about what works for the bird, what works for the bird. I'm thinking Corviknight again. What works for the Pokemon, what doesn't work for the Pokemon, a final grade, and then just maybe like hopes for the future, or just like themselves just plugging themselves.
I'd love to get them do the grading and then get Mr. Clodburger there, like, marking their work, like, yes, very good grading, and then he grades their grading.
But he has to sound like he's doing the
yeah, he makes his finger to turn the page.
he's turning a page. He's like,
and then he goes, delicious Clodburger.
yeah, like, oh no, he has to talk to himself as if he's like the third person.
Yeah, good.
Like, Mr. Clodburger does agree with your statement.
That does sound like something Clodburger would do.
Yeah, he would. Clodburger is amazing. We should always praise the Clodburger. Have you praised Clodburger today? Why haven't you? Praise the burger. Yeah, that's something we thought would be really nice to do the community.
Can't wait to get some grading in. If anyone wants to make something but they need a little bit of guidance or a little bit of help, then let me know.
Oh yes, like, yeah.
See if I can give you a hand.
Everyone is more than willing to help, I'm sure. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be long, literally 2 to 3 minutes of your thoughts and processes. Also, the Pokemon League I wanted to get sorted. Obviously, I've had to push back a little bit because I have been severely ill the past week, so I do apologise, but I will be on it this week and hopefully give you the full rundown next week as to what my plans would be for a league and how we're going to run it. Be on the lookout for that, though. Flaming B tier.
Introduced and dominated in Reg B.
But yes, I think that's it then for the first part of the show. Let me just sort myself out because I'm a silly goose.
I love the use of silly goose just being thrown around now these days. I love that.
I literally brought a shirt recently that says silly goose on the front of it. Cost me it's a jumper, cost me £3. My other half loves it.
I was wearing my amazing London Corviknights hoodie on all stream yesterday. It looks sick. Honestly, I've never looked so fly. And you can get one as well.
You can get one. There is a shop section on the Discord, which is exclusive to our Discord members. So be on the lookout for that if you want to pick one up yourself. It is that time of the show. Barrett, what is your Pokemon of the week?
Okay, guys. Pokemon of the week is Overquill. But before we can talk about Overquill, there's a different Pokemon that we might have to talk about first. And that is Qwilfish. Qwilfish is a Pokemon introduced in Gen 2, being another water poison type that never really got a chance to show us anything, even after being given 2 great abilities later on in Swift Swim and Intimidate. With mediocre stats, it just misses out on being useful enough to have a niche in any format that it's been used in up until recently, when more recent development changed the way players looked at Qwilfish. With the release of Legends Arceus, Qwilfish received a regional form. This new form was a dark and poison type, but it still shared the same great abilities it had before. This gave it a bit more use as a dark and poison type, a good coverage types that work well on a team, plus having Swift Swim as a non-water type Pokemon allowed for rain teams to have some more type diversity. However, without any changes to its stats, Qwilfish needed a bit more time before we could see competitive use, which it did, along with the introduction of Hisuian Qwilfish was its evolution, Overquill. But wait, Legends Arceus isn't a competitive game. Well, those forms weren't available in Scarlet and Violet yet. Does that mean that Qwilfish might get access to the Eviolite item to boost its defenses? After all, with middling defenses and HP like that, Eviolite and Intimidate might combine with the water and poison typing to make it a formidable tool on any team, but it didn't. Unfortunately, that's not how it works, and it didn't get access to it, but it didn't stop Parker Simmons last year in the Milwaukee Regionals. Unfortunately, we don't have any information on that, but if you do know how he played the Quillfish in that team last year, please let me know. But back to Overquill, the real Pokemon of the week. Overquill, being quite a new Pokemon, that hasn't seen too much competitive use yet, but with the same typings and abilities as its previous evolution, and with substantial increases in some of its stats, like the increase in bulk, and with 20 more points in attack, bringing it to a 115. Not the best, but it's okay with the Pokemon with 2 great abilities to work with. During this year's North American International Championships, we saw Overquill manage to reach top 8 on a team piloted by Henry Rich, using the Swift Swim ability on a team with Kyogre to threaten massive damage into a lot of popular threats in the current meta, like Rillaboom, Fluttermane, Clefairy, and both Calyrex forms. So there we have it. Overcool might be a new Pokemon with a weirdly, surprisingly long and empty history, but we'll see how things will shape up for it in the future.
Definitely think Overquill has potential going forward. It'll be interesting to see how Overquill does go, because obviously if someone got it into top 8 and NAIC, spoilers, I think it could do. Also, can we just appreciate the actual city cutie of Quillfish, because it's ridiculous.
That's so cute, I love it.
Like, also what I find hilarious is the photo of this they did a photo shoot and this Quillfish is just sitting on this log. This is like one of my favorite images. It's like, I want this, I want to get this city cutie now just for this.
Can you please share, just copy paste that into Discord? I need to use this for meme purposes.
I am doing that right now. I will feed you, Barrett. You have been fed.
We will have memes.
We will have memes.
We will eat well tonight.
We are eating well, boys.
We'll eat that fugu.
But yes, like, honestly, I love it. I love the fact this little Quillfish gets a little photo shoot. Also, this, I just forgot there's this other one where he's just sitting on like the side on the sand.
Oh my god!
I'll send you this one as well, because
Why have I never seen these images? Like,
I
no way these haven't circulated online already.
I don't know why this has been dormant for so long, but we must unleash the Quillfish. It's been dormant. And you can pick one up yourself for only £10. There you go.
God. I might get one now.
I might get one.
Because I want to do my own little
Yeah, I want to do my own photo shoot.
He looks so annoyed, but he kind of looks like he's, you know, like when you've got your kids trying to, like, you know, when they're
Oh yeah, when a kid's like,
they've got ice cream.
Yeah, yeah.
Still angry, but I'm really
Yeah. He's like trying to get his mum to notice him having a temper tantrum.
Yeah, but he's
Like-
actually, but they're at the theme park.
Literally. I am just going to do a quick minute just plugging Twitch subs. This is basically just to remind people that if you have an Amazon Prime account, isn't it? You have an automatic Prime Twitch sub that you can use on Twitch channels. But we felt as though we should actually just start talking to you about this so that in future, based on how many subs we get, we can like put it towards emotes or overlay designs, tournament money, things like that. It helps the pot basically. But if you do have a Twitch sub and you do want to use it on us, obviously we are more than happy to. We just want you to know where it is actually going. It goes towards getting emotes created, tournament prize money, overlay designs.
So many emotes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we got so many. Chi with a match, let's be honest. Merch ideas as well. Oh, actually, Chi with a match on a shirt would be quite good. Same on YouTube. If you're following this and you want to go over to the Twitch channel to do that, obviously there's a link underneath. Also, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Lets us know that you enjoy what we're doing. Streamer, I'm poor. I know that feeling.
I do stress, by the way, that like, me too, and so I totally get it. That's why, like, we specifically wanted to outline that now that we've unlocked affiliate in and being able to have subs is fantastic, but we wanted to specifically focus on primes being something that we just would like to say, hey, if you happen to have Prime, we appreciate that, because it's a bit of a, you know, if you get to choose wherever it goes, and if one month you want to help us out, all of that money will end up coming back to you guys in the future in some way, whether or not that is going towards emotes you guys want to use or merch designs. You know, it's all stuff that you send a little bit our way, and we'll send it back your way as
Exactly.
Well, so.
Exactly. It's all in good faith. That's all in good faith. Thank you all very much for that minute of advertising. We should talk about NAIC.
Yes.
The last big event between now and Worlds has been completed. So now we have the full list of what's going on. NAIC was big. NAIC was a very big event. Just over 1,000 people competing in all divisions. TCG was also there. Go was there. I think Unite was there as well, actually. I think there was some Unite play going on. I don't know. I was sick for most of it. I did watch the final, and the final was very, very good. We could talk about that in a minute. Obviously, very standard format as well. 9 rounds of Swiss on day 1. Top 8 single elimination. Open team sheets. Without nature. Barrett will be happy to know it was without nature. Like, why would you run adamant?
Well, it could be open nature.
As long as they don't run adamant.
As long as they're jolly.
As long as it's jolly.
They better be jolly.
Better. I am very convinced we were spoilt for the final.
Yeah.
I think this might actually be my favourite final of this year so far. Not include, well, yeah, because obviously Worlds hasn't happened yet. Like, World's final might just blow our socks off, but this final between Patrick Connors and Aurelian Cerula was phenomenal. Obviously, Calyrex Ice Rider, went on to win. Finally, we should say as well. Like, it only took up to NAIC for it to actually get a win.
Yeah, he was holding back. He was the slowest
holding
that
back.
He wins the race.
Holding back. Literally, with Terrapagos finishing second, a lot of different threats coming into top 8. So, like, Miraidon getting in there, Calyrex Shadow Rider was always going to be in there, let's be honest. A couple of Kyogres getting into top 8 as well, I think is really, really good for the meta, actually, if I'm honest with you. Like, because it kind of shows, like, the fish can still do it. Because I remember me and you talking about last time, we were kind of like, oh, yeah, Kyogre's gonna, yeah, you're gonna have to work around that.
Yeah, I like that there's now, it seems like everyone's kind of catching up to the Miraidon team build. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're finally starting to get their teams together now. Like, there's a lot of the stuff that people gravitated towards for their restricted picks and the teams they built around it, like the Archulodon Rain and the Tornoga stuff to begin with, and the Chi-Yu, Calyrex with the Indeedee in that. You know, it's all fully phased out of that now. We're moving into, like, the next wave of weird, apparently Cali Ice balance with a Cali balance Raging Bolt. What the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Obviously, anyone in chat, as well as YouTube, like, if you've got anything to say in the comments, please do. Especially with the matches I did watch. I didn't watch all of them, but especially with the matches that I watched, there was definitely a hint of, there was a bit of tension in the air, considering this was the last event. And you could definitely tell it was very sort of put forward quite a bit to say, like, this is your last chance. This is, you know, your final opportunity to go to Worlds. Like, for a lot of these players, yes, it was. You know, the fact that we see quite a few, like, Europeans in there, there's some Asian competitors, South American competitors in there. Now, obviously, like, they don't obviously all travel in. They could be living in the United States but representing these countries. But it's just interesting, just on face value, that everyone turned up to basically get what they can in the last minute. I mean, Wu Chen, for goodness sake, in top 8. I thought that was crazy. I know Moxie Boosted got Wu Chen into top cut as well, if I remember, which was kind of cool. Obviously, your Pokemon of the Week, Overcruel, was in top 8, which you enjoyed quite a bit with Henry Rich. Before I show the stats from day 1 and day 2, just thought we could quickly go through and see what's happening down. I mean, obviously, Electabuzz in top 16 was pretty cool with Annihilate there as well, which I thought was pretty neat. I think Alexander Hill made a tweet saying, I just beat Wolfie with Electabuzz.
The funniest thing is, I think that Wolf used a Magmar back in the day.
He did,
and that might have been an unresolved beef between the two of them from, like, Gen 5 or
That's
something.
hilarious. What, that's 10, 15 years ago?
He's gone, you know what? I'm going to get you back with Electabuzz one day.
And he did.
Like 5 generations later. He goes,
That's so funny. I like that.
And Smeargle in your face.
There was also a T-Tar in top 20, which is also... I love T-Tar. I think it's fantastic whenever we see a T-Tar now.
That was a good team as well.
Yeah.
It was an interesting adaptation from the Michael Kilsh's team.
The fact that they just put T-Tar on it and was just like, yeah, it works, it functions.
Just chip sashes and stuff, yeah.
Taron Birdie was the highest UK player, number 19, Rayquaza of VGC for people. I'm not surprised. Fantastic competitor. Wolf Glick finished 22nd. Slight different interpretation of of the team he came up with right at the beginning of the format.
Slight interpretation difference on the movesets and items of some of these Pokemon. With the freaking root. Do we get into it now, or do I wait? Or
no, go for it.
The guy is the first ever user of room service ever in the history of Pokemon.
Sorry,
I knew that this existed.
Yeah, can we just point out the world as well that the fact that it's a Pelipper that's doing room service, like he's coming in with his little cart.
he's just realizing it comes in just comes in, it just pours with rain. He realizes Trick Room's up, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, guys.
I've got some room service for you."
No time.
No time. Anyway, here's some soup. Because it's raining though, and it's the soup's covered in water.
He just slowly gets out of there.
It's very interesting though, the fact that it's a room service Pelipper, because that Pelipper must be quite slow already.
Yeah, it's in an awkward speed tier, isn't it?
It's a very awkward speed tier. I seem to think Pelipper's like 70 or something.
Yeah, and that is very awkward. It's interesting because taking it just that bit slower with the room service does put it in
65
speed tier for this exact meta right now, because of the Cadbury's Ice Rider being like the slowest thing that you really have to worry about.
So interesting. I think it's cool, don't get me wrong, and obviously it served Wolf well, because it must have thrown quite a few people off.
Oh yeah, we should probably explain what it does.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, room service, for anyone who doesn't know, room service, basically when a trick room goes up, room service then triggers to then reduce your Pokemon speed by 1. So it's like a self-activating, it's like a weakness policy in a sense.
Yeah.
Where instead of being hit by a super effective move, if the status of the field changes, you then have a slower speed stat.
It's the best way of explaining it. It's like a weird variation on seeds, but instead of it being activated by terrain, it's activated by room. Instead of it giving you a +1, it gives you a -1. So it'd be interesting to see if there was ever any other utility for an item like this ever. I can't imagine.
I honestly want to make a JoJo joke right now, but I know no one's going to get it.
What do you mean?
Okay, right. So there's a character in JoJo Bizarre Adventures called Dio Brando, right? He has a move where he literally just screams Zaweldo, and like time stops for like a setup. It's basically somebody yelling Zaweldo, right? Trick Room goes up, but then the Pelipper's like, oh, I can counter your move. I'm now slow as well. It's a terrible reference. I'm so sorry. It's just JoJo Bizarre's Adventures is brilliant. Screamtail, I was surprised. Cool to see Screamtail getting some use still, because like I never thought Screamtail would actually get this much attention ever, if I'm honest. Grimmsnarl getting to the final actually was really cool. But the Grimmsnarl in finals, having the Ghost Terror type, really, really paid dividends. I don't know if you remember, Barrett, watching the final, but like I want to say it was game 2. Like
Foul play, yeah.
The foul place, that was so clean.
So good.
So clean.
Such a good play.
The commentary was just as brilliant. Rillaboom was obviously going to go for a fake out into Grim. So Grim terrestrialized into Ghost. They doubled up into the Cali Ice. Terrapagos went for Terra Starstorm. Grimmsnarl finished off with foul play. Everyone was thinking, Terrapagos is going to terrestrialize. And then they went, oh, hang on. No, it's the Grim. You're not faking out anyone, Rillaboom. It was such a good piece of commentary. I was getting like chills on my arms. I was like, yes, this is what we're talking about. This is hype. And then Grimmsnarl just took out the Cali Ice, and you could see on Patrick's face, he was like, I've lost this. Like that one move just destroyed my whole game plan. It was like we said, it's so clean. Like it was just so clean. The game 3, he got Grim to paralysis Cali Ice and the Pelipper, and it's like, oh well, it's fine because like it's a 1 in 3 chance, so like we can still get a paralysis off. No paralysis, none. Like that was literally the only way Patrick was going to win this. Is like he needed no paralysis at all, and he didn't. Probably my favorite final so far this year. Speaking
of like the casters being hyped, by the way, I thought that like everyone was really on point with the casting.
Yes, they were great.
They're both Gabby and Rosemary. They're always really good. The other 2 guys, I can't remember their names, but this event made me realize, I was like, wow, I really like these guys as well. These guys.
Oh no, their insight was fantastic.
Their insight was great. They had really good flow, and the hype that they all got. Like in the final, I'd never heard Gabby like really scream. Like, actually,
she was so going for it
with the hype, especially like the Terra Ghost foul play, all simultaneously having the realization of what was going on at the same time. And then it was like that happened, and then the next turn, like another thing just went crazy. And like when the Pelipper came in the end of like game 3, it was so good. It was so
great. I think what I liked as well was there was another moment I remember off the top of my head, game 1, where Raging Bolt and Rillaboom doubled up into Fluttermane, and Fluttermane lived on like 2. It was just like, excuse me? And then Fluttermane then just hits a Moonblast back at Raging Bolt and nearly OHKOs it. It was a great mixture of commentary as well as the battlers like understanding each other, but at the same time the Pokemon, it felt as though the Pokemon, it was, you were watching an actual proper Pokemon battle from an anime. Fluttermane doesn't go down. It's going to knock out the Raging Bolt, but Raging Bolt just barely lives, and it's just like punches after punches, and like, going into your quarters during each game, and like just having to hype yourself up, and the commentary's hyping the crowd up, being like, who's ready for more slugfest action. Because that's what I think is the best matches, is when you see these two competitors just saying, I know what you can do. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can, and whoever wins is the last one. It's basically whoever is the one standing at the end.
I love that. And I specifically, like you were saying about like the double up into the Fluttermane and it living and then it doing so much damage in return, makes me think like, wow, it's not just the fact that these guys like are aliens. Like when I was watching him play, I just think, because I've been watching him play, or them, I don't know what their pronouns are, I apologise, but they've been playing like really consistently throughout this whole season. Every time I see them come up in a match now, I'm like, man, I've got to watch this one because I love the way they play.
Super talented.
Seeing like that they should just get like a Pokemon that just like for some reason just has like the perfect stat distribution to just like live hits that like I've never had a Pokemon that would live a double up like that. Why is it that they, that's the secrets really. It's like you get to see them using the secret sauce in action, and I feel that when I watch the matches like that.
Exactly. I feel like we should also just point out as well, they did a really good job of showing the family of the finalists as well.
Yeah, of course.
That was super wholesome. The fact that the dad drove like throughout the night in order to get to watch his son play in a final of NAIC, and they're like, you must be shattered. He's like, no, I'm happy to be.
I'm hyped. I'm buzzed. Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm here to support my son.
But they would cut into his mum, and his mum was standing there watching the screen.
Like you could tell the family were just as invested in the battle.
They actually really knew,
it was so good, and it was like, because we were all feeling the same. We were like, oh my god, this match just doesn't let up.
And he come out of nowhere as well. Accolades at the bottom were like NAIC 2024 finalists.
It was like
the accolades are this.
I think both of them super talented, super great final. Both of them thoroughly deserved that round of applause at the end. Both of them just poured their heart out on that final, and I think that's actually kind of what makes obviously the internationals quite special. It's the fact that we have the championship Sunday, so like they have that evening to kind of like, I'm gonna bring my A game, I'm gonna fight for this, like whereas if it's just a regional, it's like, I can't really think about it, we just have to go for it.
Speaking of the family, did you see the whole of the VGC finals, or did you see the just Masters?
I've only saw the Masters one, I'm afraid. I did hear Juniors was incredibly cute.
Oh, the Juniors was great. I noticed that at one point during the event they had an interview with Avery, the kid who won Juniors last year.
Yes. Oh no, I saw that. Yes.
Like, you said you're the you said I had a really interesting interview with you last year where you said that your Oranguru doesn't do any damage, and I was like,
so cute.
Yes, one legend, he's back.
Oh, honestly, so cute. Like, I honestly wanted to just scoop him up and just be like, let's go get some ice cream.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're also fantastic at the game, like way better than me, like ridiculously better than me.
Right, I need to ask you this because I saw this in the show notes and I was like, what analogy is this that Gabby was on about with the hamster wheel? Apparently it's very me.
She was just describing this cartoon analogy of saying that all the restricted Pokemon are just all jumping on the hamster wheel and they're all running as fast as they can. And the best one who wins the next tournament is just the one that managed to just jump over all of the other ones that fell over as it was like zipping past. That's the one that wins. And I thought that's so funny.
That is, I would say that. I don't think I would say hamster wheel, but I would say something quite close to that probably, yeah.
The idea that they're all trying to get stumbling over each other like a cartoon, So
this is top 12 Pokemon from day one. We're not really surprised about this, are we? Incin being first, should be Rapid Strike there second, Pelipper being top 12, which is quite nice. Obviously, Pelipper went on to win it. Whimsicott there, Torn getting more usage than Wims, well, just about 3% difference there. Fluttermane just missing out on top 6, barely to be honest, though. I think there's only like 1 in that, but barely getting more than Amoonguss, which is kind of crazy. Restricted, Calyrex Ice Rider just beat Miraidon, followed by Shadow Rider and then Terrapagos. Zacian Crown there with 4%. I don't know why. We've watched this quite a number of times now. We've seen numerous regionals and internationals, right? It will never surprise me to see Zacian so low, considering in Gen 8 it was like the best thing.
It's not that low. It's on the graphic.
Oh,
like,
yeah, but it's like...
You know, like, it's beating Groudon.
But it's, it's beating Groudon, but it's like 3%. And it's like, the contrast between Gen 8 and Gen 9 is that staggering. That's just what I think about it. It's just like, wow, Zacian, mate. They took away your tools and now you're raw. All right.
You know what? I just realised, I think I know what the thing is. I think that the reason the restricteds really fall off after one tournament is because everyone gets bored of it. I think that's it. Because like, what's Summer Centre doing all the way down there when it's like...
Yeah, Summer Centre won like 2 tournaments.
It should be number 2 at least.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but it's no, because people just went, no, Calyrex Ice has got to win one this time. That's
True.
literally it. They just said, no, Calyrex Ice has got to win one.
The Americans were like, we do things differently here.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So then on to day 2, again, Incin finished first. However, what I found really interesting was the fact that Incin and Urshifu Rapid Strike has the exact same usage, and then Amoonguss and Rillaboom have the exact same usage.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
And then Chi-Yu and Fluttermane have the exact same usage.
Yeah. If
Like-
Iron Hands and Raging Bolt also had the same, that would
That would have been perfect.
actually genuinely perfect. That is telling you what's the perfect, the top Pokemon are right now.
Do you know what that... Right, I'm telling you now, right? Pokemon released recently these like drawstring sitting cuties that like draw back together and hug. You could do a range now of Pokemon plushes where it's hand holding with your best friend, right? Incin and Urshifu Rapid Strike holding hands, right? Just walking along. Amoonguss and Rillaboom holding hands, just walking along. I mean, Amoonguss would have to jump a bit. And then Chi-Yu and Fluttermane, you just imagine the hands.
Iron Hands and just walking along, holding Raging Bolt by the neck, just.
It's just, I'm trying to hold you, mate.
It's just really rigid.
What a rigid neck you have.
And it's fine with it.
Yeah, oh yeah, Raging Bolt's unbothered.
Raging Bolt's like, yes, we'll get there much faster this way.
Yeah, David Attenborough's in the background just being like, this is nature.
Yeah, he's just really cool.
He's cool about it. He's just
He's
like...
got his head in the clouds, isn't it? So
Yeah, he's like, I know a lot of people will think Raging Bolt will not enjoy this, but Raging Bolt is completely fine.
They say Raging Bolt, but I'm actually rather stoic Bolt.
And of course, top 8 restricted for day 2. Calyrex Ice Rider, obviously number 1. However, Terrapagos jumped from like... I swear Terrapagos was like 4th. Yeah, Terrapagos went from like 4th to 2nd. Yeah. Shadow Rider went down to 4th, and Miraidon kind of stayed in 3rd. There was also this amazing moment where where it was Iron Hands galore.
The funniest thing is when one Iron Hands is like, three's a crowd, bro.
Yeah. Somebody, I've lost the tweet. I had it earlier, but somebody posted a tweet with this saying Quark Drive intensifies. Which I was like, oh, that's so good. Obviously, a Ditto has come onto the field, transformed into an Iron Hands, and then obviously, switching out. The 2 Iron Hands doing the same animation at the same time.
Both going,
going, where?
When Mum dresses the twins, just a bit different.
Exactly, so you can tell which one's it. Graham. Grant. Graham and Grant. I mean, they're not the Mitchell brothers, are they? No. I mean, I might do that. If I get a couple of... If they ever allow 2 or more... 2 of the same Pokemon to be legal, I might just get 2 Iron Hands and call them Phil and Grant Mitchell.
We could do a whole EastEnders themed...
Yeah, we're doing an EastEnders theme tour now.
London thing we could possibly do. Make an entire EastEnders theme team.
Whenever we enter the room, it's dun 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 dun. You're not my mother. Yeah, who needs a Yu-Gi-Oh style Pokemon anime when we can have an EastEnders style Pokemon series?
Who is Peggy?
Who is Whimsicott?
Right now, but which Pokemon is Peggy?
Where's Whimsicott? Peggy?
Peggy.
Just because of the hair. Like the hair, if you edit this and you get Peggy next to Whimsicott on my hands, right, they look exactly the same. EastEnders references on a Pokemon podcast, who knew? This is Henry Rich, the person who played the Overqwil team, looking extremely happy because Z does not.
By the way, I really like Z. Z's like played fantastically this whole competition.
The Talonflame on that team actually really did surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, the full dedication. So just like, no, I was still bringing Talonflame.
And like Talonflame didn't even like screw up. Talonflame was amazing.
Yeah, it did really
like
well.
really great pick. Chen-Pao Miraidon combo is just disgusting. Also this really weird BRB screen.
Yeah, just cut to this.
I don't like this.
Do you know what it was? One, that's a wiggly woo right there. They cut to that because it was Eric Rios's match where the game just cut in game 2. I think it was Michael Zhang and Eric Rios.
I read about this.
Yeah, it just cut randomly. And
didn't they have to replay it?
Yeah, they did, and it was like really heavy, looking like Eric Rios was going to win. It was heavy on that side. Like, he was playing to timer already. There was a disconnect. And I thought, if they just make them rematch this, then
it was very strange looking. We're not going to talk it on the podcast because it's not really our place to discuss about these things. I did see quite a few tweets about people getting banned, being chucked out of the tournament for hacking Mons or some other bans that went on for other people. I don't think we should talk about it personally because obviously we don't know all the information, but it's not like last week where somebody turned up with Terapagos and freemons.org on the stream. Yeah, no, I don't think it's worth discussing about it because we don't know the people. Just in case anyone in the future is watching this episode and might be wondering, if we're ever going to talk about it, probably not, unless it's literally on the screen. So anyway, I found a fair few things that I thought was quite funny over the weekend. I'm going to start off with Scarin Barrett by showing a picture of Toad School looking as though he's very like, yo, you're up, girl. Like,
I don't know what you mean about what were we talking about? I'm sorry. Like, it's just...
I know, Barrett's a bit flustered right now. He looks
like he's from
it's the eyes, isn't it?
Anime. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't look like a Pokemon. That looks like just a character from a different show.
Part of me also thinks, is this just like generic American high school TV show drama? Like, those images you take for like promotional material for your American high school drama? This is it.
The shadow kind of is
the shadow is
really
like
nicely.
The shadow is like Kanto Toad School. You want one? I want one. Next one I wanted to show was just this quite funny comparison where it's a Chen Pao taking a behemoth blade, right? As you can see in the video, doesn't look too happy about it. So someone took that and turned it into a little drawing, which I thought was brilliant. Like, just this cat, just like I don't like that.
Obviously, that is just Chen Pao's regular, like, getting hurt animation. But
yeah.
Every time I grabbed on used P-Blade yesterday, it was just like a zoom in of the back of his shoulder. Looking good, bro. Like,
looking great. Get those canes.
We haven't seen it get hit in a way that made it freeze in that
right.
part of the animation.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, I love this. I did see somebody reshared this. I've lost that, but basically someone reshared this and said, I want this tattooed. And I was like, oh my god, yes. Like, get this little Chen Pao tattooed. It's like, I want my milk. Next one I thought was really funny. Just this Incin lying on the floor, Among Us behind it, looking very sus. The fact that somebody took the time out to take this photo. And then I realized this was actually from Play Pokemon themselves.
Oh, really?
Play Pokemon uploaded this photo themselves, so they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they knew.
They know what they're doing. They've got a meme department now, I swear. They didn't stop there. Next one they did was memes if Incineroar wins, memes if Incineroar loses.
That's an old meme.
It's an old meme, but like, I'm glad they brought it back.
They just hired a guy who is they hired a Twitter reply guy.
Yeah.
As their
just
guy,
make memes,
which
mate.
is the correct decision. That's why we're Twitter reply guys, right? I'm hoping that I get hired
as a reply guy,
as a social media guy for the Pokemon company one day. Like,
yeah.
Why else are we reply guys?
Why are we doing this? Also, this was hilarious. Play Pokemon took Wolfie's picture of him pointing at the stage and turned it into a meme because Wolfie has been very vocal about his hatred for Incineroar.
There's no way.
And then pointed it to an Incineroar.
It's a gif.
Wolf clicked me like, oh.
The guy who just went 1 minute and there's more, and he gifified it.
Yeah, and then they didn't stop there. This wasn't the end of this story. They then did I think Wolfie did another one, or Play Pokemon did another. Play Pokemon did another one where Incin's pointing at Wolfcliff. So we went full circle here, like both of them pointing at each other, and then Wolfclick apparently responded at one of them. There you go. So he's literally written "why" underneath.
Plot twist: it is actually just Wolf.
Yes.
How funny would it be if it was just Wolf? He's the guy.
He's the guy who makes them.
He's sitting there
in between rounds. He's like, hang on, I've got this meme I need to make.
He's got Photoshop over like.
Yeah, he's literally buzzing away in the corner. That's why nobody sees him in between rounds. Like, because he's hiding away somewhere doing memes.
He's making memes. Yeah.
Like he doesn't show. Where is he? Where does he go between rounds? Like,
he's actually the only reason he's at the event. He's qualified for Worlds already. Why is he playing in NAIC?
Exactly.
It's to be on the ground. That is
everyone says, don't they? It's like, Wolfclick's there to like get as many trophies. No, he's not. He's there on the ground collecting info, making memes.
Isn't that the most Wolfglick thing?
It's very Wolfglick.
Actually, do really that he was like, now that I've ascended.
I mean, Felicify's fuming because he wished he was.
qualified for Worlds, don't need to play NIC. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go there on the ground for memes because I've actually been working undercover. It kind of makes sense. Like, if Pokemon were going to go hire as the person to be the social media guy, they should probably hire the most successful Pokemon personality in the world.
I mean, to be fair, Velicify's fuming because, of course, he probably wanted the... he's like, oh, Wolfie's memes are actually illegal. It's AI, guys. It's AI. Another good one, I saw somebody turned up in a Iron Valiant cosplay and watched watched it. They watched...
Iron Valiant fursuit.
Yeah, it was like an Iron Valiant fursuit. Like, well...
You know that they're wearing a God of War cosplay underneath that.
Oh, 100%. Like, he rips it. They rip it off, and it's a God of War. But I love the reason why I like this was just the fact that the arms are like together, and they're just patiently watching a TCG match. And then finally, this one I absolutely just laughed my head off at. When you mount Coridon, but the Switch won't load the sprite. This was from the French tennis tour.
They're about to play the olive thing.
Yeah, they're doing the olive bit. Obviously, Coridon and Maridon haven't loaded in the game yet.
That happened to me a lot. Like,
yes, it happened to me too, and I hate it. Like at first it was fine, but then it got to me, and I was like, oh come on. Yeah, honestly, congratulations again to Patrick for winning NAIC, thoroughly deserved. $15,000 prize money, which I think has already gone through. I think he's already stated all of that money has gone to paying for fees for his college course, which is
fantastic. Though, if you could pay for college with Pokemon, then that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that his dad was saying about him being like, he was saying, I've got to, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'll say this. The stuff that his family was saying was like beautiful, obviously, but the stuff that he said in his speech at the end was also equally as beautiful, if not more beautiful, because you know, the woman interviewing said, your dad said that you're an extraordinary person, you're extraordinary and you excel at everything you do, so what's next? And he didn't even really answer the question. He just said, I'm not an extraordinary person, I just spend a lot of time around extraordinary people and it just rubs off on me. And I thought that was just like the most humble thing to say while standing there accepting the award for best Pokemon player of the season. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. He was like, no, the only reason I'm good is just because I've just got like, there's just so many people in my life that are amazing. And I just thought, what actual humble legend.
Oh, 100%. Like, I think, and that's another thought I think we could do, like, after Worlds, is just have, like, a little award show ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
To be, like, you know, who was Pokemon of the Year, things like that. Because we haven't done that yet. We haven't done that in a fair bit. I think, you know, we could pretty much do that. That's actually it, believe it or not. We've actually gone through this quite quickly. I'm quite surprised. I guess what we could quickly talk about is just next week's topic of conversation for our roundtable discussion. I kind of realized there was a video by Wolfglick recently. He was discussing about, like, the worst legendary Pokemon. And I kind of thought, we haven't really talked about that. So I kind of thought, why don't we make that next week's conversation topic, if you would like. Next week's topic of conversation, which legendary Pokemon is the worst? I'll be interested to see what comes out of that.
We should maybe change the parameters a bit, because the legendary was quite a lot. Maybe we do like worst restricted.
Yes,
kind of just
let's do that.
To some like decisive ones, like is it Mewtwo or
is it Giratina
or base Caroline?
Yeah, is it? There's quite a few, isn't there? Let's be honest. Yeah. We need to ban Cosmog and Cosmoran.
I could argue that they are theoretically better because you could just put them on a team with the lads and rely on the lads. You know, if you just...
I've completely forgot. We were supposed to freaking compare the NAIC winning team to our podcast team that we put together.
Oh, yeah. So how did we get right?
Yeah, we got... Oh, my goodness. Right. So, let me do that. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot about that. Right. So, Patrick's team, if you remember, was Incin, Rillaboom, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Cali Ice, Pelipper, and Raging Bolt. Mm-hmm. Our team was Zamazenta. So, we got the restricted just wrong. Whimsicott, which we thought about using Rillaboom.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Raging Bolt, though, that's 1 point. Urshifu Rapid Strike, that's 2 points. Incin, that's 3 points. Pelipper, that's 4.
Let's go.
We got 4 out of 6.
And the main support wrong.
Yes, everything else was absolutely on point. So we got 4 out of 6 right.
Although we could have theoretically got all of them right. Choosing Calyrex Ice was not even on the cards. We could have got 5 out of 10. We wouldn't have got 6. Calyrex Ice and these guys together, didn't expect that.
The lads. It's the lads.
Yeah.
We went
Makes
with the
sense.
lads, except Rillaboom was unavailable, so they brought Peggy. And, I don't know, Ursula was like, guys, check out this bird I brought.
We're really good friends now.
We're
Like, you have
really
no
good
idea
friends.
how well we
Guys,
get
you don't get it, right? Yeah, Incineroar's not quite sure, is he? He's just,
What can you do? And he goes, I can knock out Incineroar in one hit with a Weather Ball. And he goes, oh my God.
Yeah, literally, he's like,
That is good.
That's so
And
neat.
Incineroar's like, damn.
you got hands.
Look at that big head.
Look at them big hands for a bird. But yes, so I think we did quite well, honestly.
Yeah.
I take that. 4 out of 6, considering we made the team up in, 5 minutes?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Like, we could have gone to NAIC in one.
What are you doing, Bruce?
What are we doing here? I'm joking. What are you doing? Room service? Why are you ordered? Yeah, Penelope, why have you ordered room service in a pub?
Yeah, he was like, you'll understand
You'll get it.
in a minute.
You'll get it, guys. You'll get it.
Sorry, I just remembered. You know, this is going to be that. I'll use this as the wrapping up point, as the last random thing to leave it on.
Here we go.
I had one of those showdown moments where I imagined it in my mind as an anime, yeah.
Yes.
And it's when I sent in my Choice Scarf Ditto, and it imposted immediately into my opponent's Incineroar, yeah, and it intimidated both of them immediately. And I imagined it in the anime, just it turns into Incineroar, but it's got Ditto's face, and they're like, ah! And then it's the next turn. And then I go like, good job, Ditto. Use Parting Shot. And then the Ditto turns around and goes like, oh yeah, cool, man. And then he like flips the bird at both the opposing Pokemon and just flies out, turns back into Ditto as he's transforming back into the Pokeball.
Oh, that'd be
'cause he
quite
used
cool.
Parting Shot.
I think it's about time that we did, like, if Ditto transforms into a Pokemon, it has Ditto's face on it. I think we should just
It
have
should
that.
be that way.
It should be that way, right?
Yeah.
Like,
It's lazy of them to not do that yet.
yeah, it's...
They can make plushes, but they can't do it in game.
Yeah. Like, we should... I don't think there's an excuse for it anymore. Like, just do it.
Do you know what I realised the other day as well? If you pollen puff into your own Pokemon, but it doesn't do anything, then it still plays the animation.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Just don't play the animation, like when you hit Protect or something.
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like-
Or like when a move fails, just normally, it doesn't...
I remember I saw that on when I was laddering once a while ago as well. I was like, why is that?
The funny thing is that it does actually hypothetically help you to play to time.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah.
is stupid. Makes sense for the Pokemon that get it. They would be playing to timer more often. So, oh wow, that actually is quite funny. That would actually be relevant, wouldn't it? Oh my god. Anyway,
Right. Obviously, thank you all very much for joining tonight. We will let people know on the Discord channel regarding what the plan is for next week by this weekend. Barrett, I'm sure will have the code ready this week for another round of Regulation G. We are, unfortunately, though, out of content. Pokemon has reached its finale.
Don't do that. I'll do random battles on ladder. I promise.
Yeah, we'll do something.
I'll do something.
We'll get it sorted. I'm sorry. Pokemon is officially finished. Like, we know who's qualified for Worlds and who hasn't. No events now between now and Worlds.
This is actually so perfect, right? I just realised how nicely bookended this. The first episode we did was EUIC.
That's true.
And the
Yes.
last episode, well, not the last episode, but like
Yeah.
10th
episode is
10th
NAIC.
guys.
Yeah.
And then next episode will be like what's it called when they, at the end of an anime when there's like 2 extra episodes that just round.
Oh, we're in the OVA season.
The OVA season.
So
the
season
next
1.
couple of weeks of content, guys, is filler. You don't have you could skip this. It will still make sense if you watch the rest of it.
Next week, Barrett goes uwu.
So, yeah, we are going. Next week is.
This is we're now filler episodes coming up.
Each episode is coming up, guys. But after that, it will be Worlds.
Yeah.
Worlds content will start happening, and then after that will be the end of the OVA, and then it'll be season 2. And even then, after Worlds as well, we'll have a nice little arrangement of like what we're going to be doing. Weird enough, I don't know about you, Alex, but the podcast has kind of really helped me to just keep on focus of just what we do in general.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm literally just like, it's Tuesday, podcast day.
we'll have things coming out around that time as well. So it'll be.
We'll
great
have
to
content
around.
coming out of our ears, our eyes. Obviously, we'll have stuff lined up for Worlds when we come round to it. You can follow us on Discord as well. There will be a link in the YouTube section for anyone who's watching this on YouTube. You can follow myself or Barrett through social media or on Twitter or Twitch. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, if I'm honest with you. I feel like we went through tonight quite quickly.
Yeah, we did pretty good. We stayed on subject. We smashed it out.
Yes, I mean, Peggy Mitchell,
That
like turned up.
meme of the week.
The meme of the week.
That's going to become a clip.
Meme of the week, Peggy Mitchell. Obviously, if we don't hear from you, have a good weekend as well. I have been IronMac404. He's been Barrett C9. And much love to you all. Have a good week. Much love. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.